two, three. One, two, three. Let's go.
All right, everybody, welcome to a very important Crypto. This is AV Crypto with Mr. FOMO. Please, guys, as we march on the 300 subs, if you have not done so, please hit subscribe. Please hit like, and please share this video and this channel with as many people as you can. We would be greatly appreciative of that. Today, we're going to take a look at Sweatcoin, but we're also going to give you a Voyager update. Now, last time we left, there was a lot of speculation about the FTX offer. What we've learned is it's simply an offer, and the committee for Voyager doesn't have a lot of time. So the deadline is kind of Tuesday to take it or leave it, and Tuesday or Wednesday is the timeline. And my guess, based on community reaction and what we know, it probably will be declined. However, it does leave the door for FTX to improve their offer and include the platform itself, which they said that they were open to do so. So not all is lost. We have 737 non-disclosure agreements of other companies that are, and maybe FTX is one of those as well, that are willing to put an offer in or have already put an offer. So it's not the end of the world. It's a good start. I don't think this is going to be the one that's accepted, but at least it gets the ball rolling.
And I want to give a shout out to somebody who jumped into the Twitter space with us the other day. Jay he pointed out that this could just be a giant leverage play. I mean, at the end of the day, if FTX pulls this off, they're taking most of Voyager's customers, most of the value of what was there as the crypto, and what is left there for Voyager. You know, you're just saddled with corporate debt there as far as the Voyager name is concerned. And I don't see anybody really interested. You know, debt gets thrown around a lot. People buy debt often, but this is debt that probably comes with very little upside in the end. And so I'm not sure that anybody would be interested in buying that corporate debt anyway. So I shout out to him, because it was his idea that this was probably a leverage play on Sam's part. You know, if you can manage to take away all of Voyager's customers and all the value of their crypto, you've essentially cut them off at the knees, right?
And then you swoop it in by the rest of the company,
right? And then then you save yourself some money on the back end. But yeah, I at the end of the day, I don't see the Voyager committee accepting that. You know, as much as I feel that's probably the best option, at least that we know of right now for the customer, getting that liquidity back, gaining that opportunity of trading in the short term, or putting it in savings, whatever they wanted to do. But it's, you know, neither here nor there, because we don't think that it's going
to. I don't think they're going to take it with all the other offers that are on the table. What this will force everyone to do is put their best foot forward, and hopefully it brings the conclusion to this much sooner than later. So let's hope about that. We did want to give you guys a rumor, and I just want to say this is unsubstantiated. We're always honest with you. We have no direct source, but supposedly we have heard, and it's been all over Twitter, so we're not breaking the news ourselves here, that Fidelity is one of the 37 possible interested parties. I've heard it on several Twitter spaces. I've seen some people tweet about it. This is completely unsubstantiated. We have no guarantee, or we don't have a credible source on this. It's just interesting that we've heard before. We did hear several times that major financial institutions possibly were interested. And so now we have a more specific rumor, but I just want to throw it out there. Again, it is just a rumor at this point. We'll see if it's true or not.
That's something that we suggested from the very beginning. When the bankruptcy filing was made public, that's something that we thought might be an option, was a big player in traditional finance, TradFi, coming in and saying, we don't have a foothold in this sector yet, but this company might give us an opportunity to create that foothold, almost like a turnkey business. So I could see that being very likely. Like you said, that's a rumor. It's all, Twitter rumors right now, but a lot of times those Twitter rumors end up having some truth to them. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. We don't know enough. We should know a lot more this week. Because I said, I think the process might be sped up a bit. So hopefully for us and everyone involved, the customer, we get a resolution as quickly as possible, and we get whole as quickly as possible. In a utopian world, the app comes back and we have all our assets and we have new management that's got fresh and new ideas. Let's hope for that. But you got to be realistic. And so right now, we're still in limbo. We're still in limbo. Now, we did want to talk about something different today because we want to give you guys a chance to earn money. Not everyone's in Voyager, and we understand that. And there's several projects that have a lot of potential. So I wanted to talk today about Sweatcoin with you, Mr. FOMO. Now you see this big advertisement here. It launches September 12th. However, you can download the app now, and some of you may have already done so. And what it does is it does count your steps, and it gives you token credit. So I have a little over about 220 tokens. I've been using it for about a month now. We're going to talk about some of the downside. You can see the amount in circulation. That is a lot of tokens right there. So there's not going to be supply shock anytime soon. But on September 12th, you see all the countries here that it's been the #1 app, and it's been downloaded by millions of people all over the world. So, and then you can see here the ratings for Apple and Google. Not bad. 4.5, anything 4.5 is not bad. So for me, I'm not sure this is going to be a long-term play because this is kind of a new concept. It could work. It could fizzle. Look here, got 100 million users. That's awesome. They're #1 in 60 countries. And they haven't actually turned into a crypto yet. This kind of launches September 12th. So they've kind of established themselves before turning into a token, which I do like. Okay, but you're going to give us some downsides. For me, I'm looking at this on September 12th. And remember, there's supposed to be an ETH update around that time. And I'm thinking to myself, if things go well, if you go back to the ApeCoin, and I don't know if this is going to be another ApeCoin where everyone lists it and people get excited. There's a lot of buying and mass volume, but this could be a day where this token sees a lot of action. And if you have accumulated free tokens in your app, do not be afraid to take profits. We always say that, but on a day like September 12th, be prepared because if there is a ton of volume, it might spike a lot higher. And remember, we're still in a bear market. My strategy, not financial advice, we don't do that. My strategy is to look to take some profits. What are your thoughts on Sweatcoin?
I'm a seller on September 12th for sure. I may buy back in when it finds a bottom, but I think on September 12th, there's going to be a lot of users with a lot of sweat coins that hit the market. And not that I don't, I'm always the skeptic, and I know that's like everybody gets all upset with me because of the skeptical eye I lay on things, and I always look at things like they're a scam first. And so there's some questions that I have about Sweatcoin. First of all, how are they taking money in? Obviously, advertisement is one of the main ways. When you're on the app and you're functioning on the app, they give you bonus for advertisements. They give you, there's advertisements that pop up as you move from page to page. So advertisements are obviously one way that they're getting their money. Some of these things that I'm seeing are like gambling advertisements. So I guess it's geared towards me because I'm in crypto and they figure, well, he's a gambler. But I'd be curious to see what types of advertisements other people are seeing when they download Sweatcoin, because it does track you across apps and websites. So my assumption is that it thinks I'm a bit of a riverboat gambler, or at least that I'm interested in making a little bit of money. The other thing that they get money from is through premium services. Now you can double the amount of coins that you earn by buying into their premium service. I think at one point, I didn't check the monthly, but I think one article I read said it's about $5 a month to double your earnings. And then I know on the app you can pay by the year, and then it's like $25 for the full.
And you can also right now, sorry to cut you off,
No, go ahead.
use your coins before they become crypto to buy things. Not financial advice. I would highly recommend not doing that because we don't know what here's the thing. We do not know what the price of that token will be. The night before ApeCoin, if you joined any of those Twitter spaces, people were talking about $2 to $4. Well, it got up to 16 at one point that day. So be careful. I would not use my sweat coins to buy small things on that app. I would keep them and give yourself some options on September 12th.
Not right now, I don't think. As it gains popularity, we know that that's a major driver. But my question on the 12th is, why do people buy it? You know, but let's, before we get further into the things that I don't like about it, like on the 12th, after I sell it, what are people's motivation to purchase it? Because you can easily just gain more sweat coins by walking, right? So you're already generating sweat coins. So my wonder is, what's the motivation to buy? Do they have more partners coming in that will offer better products, more supply of those products, more availability? Because that's one of the problems that I have with it now is every time I turn on the app, the things that they have there for sale are sold out. And so my assumption is that they are on a very limited supply for what they're
So I think they plan to expand what they offer.
Absolutely.
And I think there will be some hype. We've talked about this before in crypto.
But why? Let's say I don't have the app, or I have the app, and I'm looking at the sweat coin outside of speculation. My wonder is, what great.
Yeah. So the tokenomics are interesting because
for me to buy it.
The tokenomics are not completely ideal because there is no set supply, and you saw how many tokens there are. You know, there's a lot of tokens right here. Let's go back to this.
I think you're right. There will be a lot of volume on that day, and there will be a lot of volatility that day. So to sell and then buy back in and play it as it jumps up and down the way Ape did, I think is an important.
But they might incentivize holding onto the token on the app. That might be a plan.
That's what I would like to see. I would like to see giving the app some more utility. Like, you can't purchase until you have so many sweat coins, say 100 sweat coins.
And if you have so many, it unlocks features on the app.
Right.
That's what I'm looking
at. I would like to see that happen. I'd also see it like to be a little bit better at counting your steps. I tried the 2,200 step challenge last night. I got well beyond 2,200 steps in the 20 minutes, according to my watch, even according to that app. And then it forced me into an advertisement. Then when it came back, it said, actually, you only got 1,600 steps in.
And not only that, some of the referrals,
minutes.
I referred some people, and you're supposed to get credit for sweat coins. I didn't get them. So there have been some glitches. So we will.
Yeah. And something. So there's a few things. And again, it hasn't really launched yet, right? They haven't launched their token yet as a true token.
The key thing is we are in a bear market, and we will likely still be in a bear market in September. So if you have a chance to make a decent profit on September 12th, you really have to consider it. Okay, that's the way I'm looking at it, and we'll have more details later on. We'll update you as to, okay, let's say I have my coins on the app. How do I get that into a wallet? How do I get that onto exchange? Those details will be coming soon. So pay attention. We'll be happy to give you guys that. But if you want to download the app, we'll have some links there for you underneath, and you guys can get going. So for me, is this a buy? Well, it just depends on how many tokens you have accumulated or plan to accumulate by September 12th. If you are an avid walker, maybe you don't need to buy any. But it might not be a bad play. Just remember, we're in a bear market. So that price you see on September 12th, whatever it spikes to, it's impossible to time the top. But let's say in the first couple hours, there's a lot of price action and you can make a decent profit, consider making that decent profit. Just saying, because as the weeks go, there's going to be
now the way that
the price is going to retreat. That's the reality. The price will retreat on September 12th. at some point.
Yeah, the price is going to retreat because there's going to be a lot of people who've been collecting a lot of sweat coins, and those sweat coins are going to hit the market in a hurry. So my prediction is that it's going to fall quite quickly once it opens up, because again, I don't see a utility. I don't see a reason why people will be purchasing sweat coins. I don't know why you would purchase a sweat coin in order to buy something when you could just earn those sweat coins, or when you could just.
We'll have to see what kind of incentives they have in place. I have a feeling that they've got a lot of great ideas in terms of marketing.
That's what I hope to see out of them, is some better ideas, more functionality out of the app, better tracking of the steps, shorter ads maybe. I think the ads that I'm pushing are 30 seconds or longer. And a lot more offers on there. I'd like to see them create the kind of partnerships that maybe StormX has. That would be beneficial.
But maybe execute better than StormX. That's a whole nother.
Hey, don't talk about Simon's company like that. He responds to our tweets. Come on.
I would love for Simon to come on the show, but we're kind of waiting on that. Anyways, Simon, we'd love to have you on. We got some ideas for you for StormX. But anyways, hey, what I'm gonna say is, listen, guys, it's free to download this app and just have it on while you're walking. So,
well, that's the best thing, is you're gonna move.
Yeah,
you're gonna walk. You might as well be earning coins while you can. And that's
what is the
question I have, is what's their output versus their intake? Like, how much money are they making? I'd like to look at a balance sheet at the end of the day. Before I really. It's
impossible for us to determine exactly what the price is. But if the price hits $1 and you have 300 coins, hey, $300 for free is not bad. You can put that in BTC or put it in a savings account or buy some ETH. So just throwing it out there. So this is an important week, because obviously we're going to have closure on this first FTX offer. Don't be surprised if we get a second FTX offer that is better, because they might really be interested in trying to beat the other bidders that are out there. So this could be a very important week for the Voyager process. Keep it here, because we will go live if there is a major update. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button.
Yeah,
Please
there
share.
are a lot of you, at least 75% of you on every video, that are not subscribed to the channel. So when we look at those numbers and we see that disparity, we're worried about why you guys aren't subscribed. I'm starting to worry that my skepticism is driving you away.
The more subscribers we have, the more optimistic Mr. FOMO will get. even though his money is trapped, most of his money is trapped on the platform in Voyager. For Mr. FOMO, this is AZ Crypto. Have a great week, everybody.
See ya.